What is up, everybody? Who's the new member? Wait, we got a new member? What is he? Heather. Thank you so much for that, Heather. Much love, Heather. Much love. What is up? Oh, hold on. We got a foul. We got a foul. We got to put. Oh my God. Hold on. We got an issue. This is what you signed up for. You came here to watch me screw things up. There we go. Now we're back. Now we're good. Okay. There we go. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, back at it yet again. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for tonight? Tonight is going to be a fun night. It's going to be amazing. Start off like the stream. We don't start till you like the stream. We're going to do that. Let's kick it off. We can make a phone call real quick. If you guys are down with that, or you just want to jump into stuff. What do you want to do? Do you want to make the phone call? Or do you want to do some other stuff first? Look at this. Okay. Let's make the call real quick. We're going to mute JB's music real quick. We got that playing in the background all night long. Catherine May, thank you for the membership. That is amazingness. So very nice of you. Let's call the moms and let's see if she's here. She better be here. There we go. Look at this. One ring. You are becoming a very professional woman in your. All right, now you just ruined it by not muting my stream.
What'd you say?
Mute the stream.
I thought I did. Okay, go ahead. I'm here.
I said you were becoming a professional, but then you ruined it by not muting the stream.
I thought I did.
Well, apparently, thinking and doing are two different things, Mom.
I know. I thought about doing it. How's that?
Okay, well, as long as you thought about it, that's all that matters. What did you do today? How was your day?
Oh, I slept all day.
You slept all day?
I went to the eye doctor this morning. And I was going to come home and go to bed after that.
Yeah, it kind of wipes you out.
Yeah. But good news.
What's the good news?
I told him I was moving. So he said he gave me an appointment again for 3 months. And he said, if you don't move before then, just come back. But he said, if you go before that, to come before I go. Mm-hmm. And he would give me an injection. And he said, hopefully that will be the last one. That I would just have to get a doctor down there to monitor me.
That's good.
Yeah.
What exactly, for the kids at home, what exactly are you getting shots in your eye for?
Macular degeneration.
Okay. So
there's two different kinds. And I'm not sure which is which, but there's a wet and there's a dry. Mm-hmm. And in one of them you can treat, which is the one that I have, and then the other one, they can't do anything about it. So I lucked out, and these shots helped me.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we got some stuff going on tonight, Mom.
I see. What'd you buy? You buy something?
No. Well, I guess I did kind of. I don't know. So basically what we're doing is a couple of things. We're having Q&A. A bunch of people, we have this thing called Discord, which is like a chat thing that goes on all the time. But it's almost like a message board where people can go in and leave comments anytime they want. So I started this thing because I was going to do a Q&A video, because people were asking for a Q&A video. And I was like, okay, but there were so many questions. I was like, there's no way I can do this in a short period of time. So I'm going to do it tonight during the stream. So after we get done this, we're going to jump into that. Also, we're doing a reveal, revealing a few things, actually. And one thing I want to talk about now, because I got you on the phone. I went, last night, I did a tour of an island. It'll be released on Monday. Everybody get ready for this one. The best island I have ever been to. It is hands down the most amazing thing you'll ever go to. It was Disneyland. Like, honest to goodness, Disneyland. Are you there, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm wondering if it's the one that I saw.
I don't know. I don't know, but this guy, he actually changed costumes. He was like the greeter. He has. I don't want to. I don't want to reveal everything, but there is so. It's like you are actually in Disneyland. It is unbelievable. Just I was floored by the quality of this guy's work, and I was just like blown away. It's about a 40-minute tour from start to finish. That's how long it took me to get through the island.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And he's actually on the call with me, so we talk about things. We go through things. Tony Baker, thank you so much for the 10 cents American, $6 Canadian. I appreciate that very much, good sir. Tony understands what I'm saying to him. That's all that matters. So anyway, I know you like island tours, so I figured you would appreciate that.
When is that going to be on?
I'm going to put that up Monday. I have to edit it tomorrow. It's 4. I broke it down into to 5 10-minute sections. So I have to put it all together now and send it out. And we're not send it out, but export it and do all that stuff. So, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. I think you'll really like it. I think of all the islands, this one's just. I was floored the whole time. I just kept going like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! Oh my god, this is amazing!" It's like.
Well, how come nobody does Disney World? I don't know what Disneyland looks like.
It's very similar to Disney World. But Disneyland is like the Magic Kingdom. Disney World is just like, you know what that is. But Disneyland is very much like the Magic Kingdom. There's only one thing there that we don't have in World, and that's the Indiana Jones ride. But everything else was there. Everything else was basically there that it was. So it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So,
sounds nice.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. So anyway, what do you got planned for the weekend? Anything good?
Going out to dinner with Michael and Kathy.
What is wrong with you?
Why?
What is woman? Where are you going to dinner?
It's outside.
Outside where?
Summers Point by the water.
I'm getting real sick of your BS. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, let me see. I sit in here and I look at 4 walls, and then I went out shopping last week and I bought a pizza because I thought my son was coming over Sunday.
Who said I was coming over Sunday?
You did.
I did not. I said I would come over I said I would bring you the stuff. I didn't say Sunday I was coming over. I said don't.
Listen to the tape.
I will listen to the tapes. I never said I was coming over Sunday.
But you were busy Saturday.
I was busy Sunday too.
So, well, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was going to make you a chocolate cake, but hell with you.
Anyway.
Got a recipe for a homemade cake.
Okay.
And I know chocolate's your favorite. So hell with you. I'll make it and eat it all myself.
Have fun with that one. Have fun with that.
I will.
Oh, Lord. Mom, I do all my editing on Sundays. I got a bunch of podcasts I do. I do all my editing on Sundays.
What day is designated to visit your mother?
I could probably come down. Thursday.
I'm talking. That's my question for the evening.
I was about to answer your question, but you cut me off.
Well, I'm just telling everybody that's my question.
The answer is Thursday. I will come down.
Thursday. I have to see if I'm available.
Well, then, guess what? That's all you got. I don't stream on Thursdays. I don't do anything on Thursdays. So that's the day you got.
Okay.
I am very, very busy.
I will pencil you in.
Yeah. That's real nice. That's real nice. All right. Well, let me get going. I got a lot of people here that are antsy, and a lot of people from the UK that got to get to bed. So, all right. I will talk to you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Give me 1 second. I just want to turn the air conditioner on. I forgot to turn it down. So, 1 sec. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Now, let me. We're gonna put the music back on. I'm gonna put the headset back on. Also, I did get a haircut last night. Not that you could really tell, but whatever. I got, little fade action going on the sides and all that good stuff. So, Whatever, man. Whatever. All right, let's see here. All right. Do I want to? Okay. All right. I think we're set. Let's put the JB music back on. Okay. Is the music good? Is it good volume on the music? Can you still hear me okay? Is everything all right? Pat is in the house. What is up, Pat? How you doing? I saw Ribo here as well. Welcome. There's so many people here. 125 people. This is crazy. Okay. So here we go. Let's just jump into this. Let's just get into this. A couple weeks ago, Holly came to me. Or actually, about a week or so ago, I went to Holly. We're going to break into the Breaking Bell stuff first. Okay? We're going to reveal some of the stuff that we're doing. Because we're also going to announce some things with that. So Holly and I talked about it. The video's live today. It's on the YouTube channel if you didn't check it out. If you didn't catch it, we're going to break it down real quickly and paraphrase it. So Holly and I are going to do guests on Breaking Bells now. We're going to do Mondays and Wednesdays. Holly will have the video like always. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll have the video. And then Fridays, the guest will get the video, as well as me and Holly, especially if the person doesn't have a YouTube channel. Me and Holly will get the video to put it out as well, and then you can just watch it wherever you want to watch it, and it is what it is. We're going to have a guest next week, and our first guest is Consul Cato. We are very excited to have her on. We're very happy to have her on, who just hit 1,000 subscribers today. In 1 week, she hit 1,000 subscribers. Took me a year to hit 1,000 subs. Took her a week. Unbelievable. I'm floored by the growth that she's showing in a week. About a week ago, let me explain something. About a week ago, we were over on Twitch, and we were streaming on Twitch. And I said, she said, hey, I don't know whether to keep watching Bobby and edit my video or just go do my video. And I was like, no, what you need to do is you need to drop the link to your channel in the Twitch stream now. And because when I looked, she was like a couple away, she's probably like 9 away from 100. And I was like, guys, let's get her to 100. You don't understand it when you hit 100. It's such a milestone. It's all these things that happen. You can actually get a URL. You can do all this stuff. Boom. 100 within a couple of minutes. Done. Good. We lock it away. We put it away. Then, as I keep watching, it's just blowing up. And now she's over 1,000. Congratulations. That is amazing. Also, we are going to have, I'm hoping he'll do it, next week. Pat will come on. Pat and I discussed it this week a little bit about him coming on. Talk to Holly. She absolutely wants him on. We're hoping that next week Pat will come on and be a guest as well. And then we're going to do live shows. Once a month, every Sunday, we are going to do a live show. And it's just going to basically be like, boom, me and Holly taking questions, doing like an extra piece. So it'll be Sunday mornings. It'll be very UK friendly because it'll be early in the morning. You don't have to worry about this crazy nighttime stuff that I'm making you go through right now. So now that we're talking about Breaking Bells, I figured we'd do a little reveal. And we're going to start with the first thing that we're going to reveal, and that is a new logo for Breaking Bells. Something new that I worked on and I put up. And so I'm going to pop it up now on the screen. There it is. We got the cutout. We got the Breaking Bells logo underneath of it. Just pretty cool stuff, right? It's got KK and Tom Nook both dressed up as Walter White and stuff. But then it doesn't just stop there. We also are doing a little something over here. And let me make sure we have this down. We have a new banner that's going to go up. And I'm going to put this on, this is going to go up on Twitter. This will be a new banner that hits Twitter. So this is what I've been teasing all week. And so we have this thing. If you guys remember, you can see the old Nintendo Guru logo in the red up above with the Mario coming out of the letter I. I've basically changed. I contacted Adam Leonard. He's been doing my artwork for a very long time. Contacted Adam and said, "Hey man, listen, I want to make something that's very Animal Crossing friendly because that's all we're doing lately." So we have that. That's the second phase. The third phase of the logos is something that I was monikered very early on, and it's got to happen. It's got to happen. So it's Bobby Nook, and so I got Adam to do an image of me that looks like Tom Nook, a little bit, just wearing the Tom Nook shirt. Basically, the eyes are very much like Tom Nook, and so we're set. So we got Tom Nook, we got the new logo, we got the new Breaking Bells logo. And then, let me just kick this out of the way for now, and we're going to get that out of here. Then we have this, and this is something that a lot of people have been asking for, so we're just going to make it happen. We got merch. We got clothes, shirts, all that stuff that'll now be there. And so I'm going to drop it a couple times in the links. But if you guys want to buy shirts, coffee mugs, all that stuff, it is available. It's all right. I'll bring it back up, Holly. I'll bring it back up. But we have brand new Breaking Bells merch, brand new Bobby Nook merch, brand new Nintendo Guru merch. I believe the Bobby Nook and the logo, those shirts are on sale. I know the Breaking Bells one is on sale right now. It's only on sale for a couple of days, and then it goes back up to full price. Just keep it up there in your mind. I'll show you the logo again. I'll just put the logo in the corner for a little bit. Let's see. We got more stuff. We're not done. We're not done with some reveals. We have some other stuff that we're doing as well. So I'm just gonna move him. I'm gonna put him right there for the time being. Okay. We're gonna put Bobby Nook to the side, just hanging out, doing the thing. Chuang, what is up, my dude? Thank you for the $9.99. I appreciate that, and you oh so much, coming in strong. Can we get strong with the hype, with the super chat hype? Hit him up, hit him hard. So now, what does this mean, right? And I mean, like I said, we got the merch going up, which is awesome. I'm very happy about the merch. I've already bought shirts. Got shirts on the way. I couldn't wait. So I'll have them hopefully next week or the week after. I don't know how long shipping I purchased, but whatever. And thank you, Carrie. And then so the merch, the logo is fantastic. I love the logo. I love the shirt. I love the Tom Nook shirt. I love how he made my eyes look like Tom Nook's when he's smiling. Home run. But today, I reached out to Kate Crossing. We are going to get brand new emotes. Not only over on Twitch, we're getting brand new emotes here on YouTube. So I will be reaching out to her tonight with images that I want. We're going to have about 10 brand new emotes. Some are gonna cross pollinate. Some will be here, some will be there. Some will have exclusive on YouTube. So this way, if you guys become a member over here, you have something a little spicy over here. We are gonna get a Bill emote. I want a Bill emote. That's gonna be one that has to happen, obviously. But we got all kinds of craziness happening, and so there we go. That's basically in a nutshell where we're at. Now I have a couple things that I want to ask you guys first as we get into this, right? Number one, I want to thank you guys wholeheartedly. We have been killing it over on Twitch. And I keep doing this thing where I'm saying, like, hey, man, push the partner. We're pushing the partner. That's what we're trying to do over on Twitch. We are so close. So insanely close. It's not even funny. Thank you guys for that, because without you guys, none of this happens. None of this even comes close. I'm thinking about setting, I see a lot of YouTubers, do sub goals. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. We get a lot of people, a lot of YouTube or a lot of Twitch streamers do sub goals. Like, hey, if we hit this goal, we do something. We hit this goal, we do something. I'm thinking of doing a sub goal that if we hit 500 subs on Twitch, that now subs are different than followers. Followers just follow and it is what it is. Subs are basically you're giving money per se. You're signing up and donating money each month. But there's also Twitch Prime, which you can do it for free and all that stuff. I'm thinking about if we can hit 500 subs to do a 24-hour stream. Just straight up play games for 24 hours with the community all night long. So I don't know exactly how we'll work all that out, but that's something I want to do. And that's something that I think would be fantastic. And maybe we'll do something where we just call it like, I quit my job for a day. Like, if I hit 500 subs, we're going to quit my job for a day. We're going to take off. We're going to stream for 24 hours. It's not going to be that quick, but whatever. 24 hours twerking is not... It's tiring, Marina, but we're not going to twerk for 24 hours. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. So that's something we're going to... In my mind's eye, that's something we're looking at. The last thing I want to ask you guys is this. So Sunday, we stream Sunday mornings. And this Sunday, I'm curious what you guys are looking for us to do. Are you looking for Nook No Nook? Are you looking for a build stream? Or are you looking for Mario Kart 8? And I just want to see what you guys think in those terms of what we do. So a lot of build stuff. Okay, okay. I think it's all over the board. So what we're going to do is this. This is what we're going to do. We are going to go over to Twitter. We're going to put a poll up right now. I'm going to let you guys vote. And I think that's the easiest way to do this. And we'll do that. We'll just put a poll up right now. What are we streaming Sunday? And then we'll put build stream. We'll put Mario Kart 8. And then we'll put Nook No Nook. And then we'll do it for one day, right? All right, we'll do it for the length of the stream. So we'll do it for 2 hours. And it's live. So it's now live. Have at it. Knock yourselves out. And go vote. And whatever the vote is at the end of the stream, that's what we're doing. That's what we'll do. So Dawn is in the house. What is up, Dawn? Okay, so now I want to do what we basically did. We were going to do a video. I talked about this earlier when I was talking to my mom. We were going to do a video where for those who are just, I don't know how to leave the link in the chat for the merch and all that stuff. I don't know if Rybo can do like a command. I don't know if Rybo can make a command. Please, Rybo, I'd love you if you could. So here's the thing, right? Q&A. I literally have so many questions that were asked to me in the Discord. We set up a channel that was just like Bobby Q&A. And there are so many questions in here, and I want to take my time and kind of work through them all and answer them properly. So we're going to jump in. We're going to start doing that now. If I can find it. I got it in here. I don't know where the hell I put it at. Here, questions for Bobby Q&A video. So no more questions. We're not going to take any more questions at this point. But we're going to scroll up. And we're going to start just answering questions. So just bear with me because Big asked like a million questions. I said just ask questions, and he literally, like, I guess he spent the whole day just living a life of nothingness and just literally ask me a million questions. So you're going to hear Big's name a lot for Big. So I'm sorry, straight up. But the first question comes from Big. Do you speak any other languages except English? Of course. No pregunta por qué. Poquito Espanol, but not just like garbage. Like just garbage words. That's my grandmother taught me Octaliba, right? Octaliba, I think. I don't know what that is. My mom could probably tell you what that is. It's profanity. I know that. I know a lot of bad words, like muévete culo, like in Spanish. Like, you know, there's a lot of, like, whatever. I'm not very good at. I barely even know English, if I'm being honest. If we're being honest, like, I barely know English as it is. So, there's that. So, next one comes from Holly Crossing. Holly says, oh, I have one. Nintendo Guru, what has been your most favorite video to make? Man, probably my most favorite video to make, I would either say my year-end 2018 video, where I capsulized the year because it was such a very difficult year for me. So either that video, or my Guru Direct. My Guru Direct that I did was probably my most amazing video that I did. So what I did was I capped it. It was a collaboration with all these different YouTubers, all these different podcasters, all my friends. I got everybody together and I was like, listen, I was gone for 6 months. And I literally started tapping into everybody going like, I'm coming back. We're going to start doing this stuff. I decided we're going to come back. I got someone, Jared, highly intelligent, who does like the animation. You can see right here, right? The animation, the scroll bar and all the stuff that I do. He actually did a intro that it looked like the Nintendo Directs. So when you watched it, it started off like the Nintendo Direct, except it said Guru Direct. And it was awesome. It was so good. I had Sean Capri in it with Lincoln when Lincoln was a little baby. I had Toby. Toby did a fantastic intro where we were talking about a show that him and I used to do, Nintendo PlayStation Podcast. That was coming back. I had Jamsey, a show we were doing called Co-op Kings. I had Planet Nintendo Podcast with Pat and Joe coming back. Then another show that Pat and I did one episode of called Red Shell Radio. Just amazing stuff. Like that time, that moment, the hype. And by the way, that whole thing that I've been doing now, like if you guys saw, like don't call it a comeback, the hashtag, that was very prevalent then. Like that was my mantra during that whole build up and hype. Every day I was doing a little teaser of when I was coming back, but not telling people. And it was just the whole don't call it a comeback thing. And I had this whole thing planned out. Like the whole intro stuff and everything I did was just really well done. Because I didn't have this when I left. All this studio, the way it's set up, none of this. So we built it all up and did everything the way it was. Okay, Big comes back and says, what is your favorite KK Slider song? 2 days ago is my favorite KK Slider song. Amazing. Bethany Craig said, what is your favorite best memory from when you were younger or older? Okay, I have a lot of great memories. I want to keep this one based on Nintendo. And just because it's a cherished moment of mine. It's a cherished time of mine. Getting my original NES, and I'm sure there's people that have heard this story before, and I apologize if you've heard this story before, but my mom's in the chat, so I figured I would tell the story because my mom's in the chat. But my mom and dad would not get me and my brother a Nintendo Entertainment System when they came out. Their answer was, we bought you an Atari 2600. It's in the room. You want to go play video games? Go play those video games. But we're not spending the money to buy you another console. It's you have all them games. It's not going to happen. We begged and begged and begged and begged. And my mom and dad just were like, no, we're not spending the money on it. It's not going to happen. Finally, my mom and dad, because me and my brother, for the first time in the history of ever, we actually both got really great report cards. I was on the honor roll. He was on the merit roll, which means like I got all A's. He got all A's and B's, which I don't know how the hell we pulled it off, but we did. And our reward was, if you guys won, we're going to buy you a Nintendo system. So back in the day, the way it worked was we get these catalogs. They were like this thick, right? Sears, right? Sears and Roebuck. There was these catalogs were this thick. And you would call up and you would order what you want. And then you would have to go to the store to pick it up. They didn't even mail the stuff to your house. You'd literally have to go to the store, to this little window, show them your ticket, and then they would give you the item you wanted. So we ordered an NES. Like, we literally ordered an NES. However, it was back ordered. You couldn't get them anywhere. So I was like, I want this thing. This is ridiculous. Like, I need this thing. So I remember I kept calling every single Saturday, Sunday, all through the week. There was a store called KB Stores. And there wasn't even a Toys R Us by us then. I think there was a store called Circus. We had Electronic Boutique, and I was calling all of them every single day. Like, do you have an NES? No. Do you have an NES? No. This one Saturday morning, mid-morning, I called KB Toys, and they were like, we have one. And I was like, oh my God, can you hold it for me? And he was like, no. I was like, well, how many do you have? And he's like, 2, maybe 3, something like that. And I'm like, oh my God. So I run into the kitchen, and I go to my mom. Mom, KB Toys said they have a couple. Can we go get one? And she said to me, hold on for a minute. She opens her checkbook, and she's like, do they take checks? Find out if they take checks. If they take checks, I'll go over there, and we'll get you the game, the console. So they took checks, and we're driving to the store, and all I remember is my mom was driving the slowest she ever could drive in her entire being and life. And I was literally losing my mind. Like, literally losing my mind. And I was like, Mom, you gotta go quicker. You gotta go quicker. And I remember her not turning around, but just looking in the mirror back at me and saying, shut up, you little son of a B. Or I'm gonna turn the car around. We're gonna go home. You're gonna get nothing. So now I have to sit there with my mouth shut, like, just coming unhinged, because I want this thing so badly. We get to the mall, which is about 15 minutes from the house, but it felt like it took 3 hours to get there. We get to the mall, I run in the store, and I'm like, do you have it? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay, cool. And we got it. My mom said to me and my brother, you can both get a game as well. So the console came with Super Mario Brothers. I convinced my brother to buy Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, which is my all-time favorite Nintendo game ever. I even have a coaster made by Josh Stapleton for me of the game. Like, I love this game so much. And I convinced my brother to get that, and then I got The Legend of Zelda. So I walked out that day with, like, the holy grail of, the holy trinity of Nintendo games during that era, at that moment. And that's probably, very long-winded answer, but that's probably my favorite story of my childhood. Just because, one, my mom came through like a champ for us, and it's just something I really wanted. And honestly, that moment changes my life forever. You know what I mean? Like, as stupid as it may sound, like, oh, it's just a video game console, who cares? But literally, my life has revolved around video games forever, and it's something that I've loved all my life. So there's so many memories that hinge off of that moment that it's fantastic. So I don't know. That's that one. Sorry for the long answer, but this is going to be the way it's going to be tonight, because I'm very long-winded. Big is back. Why is Big back? But whatever. What is your favorite Animal Crossing species? What animal species would you like in the game? He said he personally would like crabs. And it would have been great. It would have fit the island good. My favorite is ducks. I mean, obviously, because I love Bill. He's my favorite. And then I would say, if I was going to introduce, I would introduce a bat. I've said this numerous times. I would introduce a bat and name him Wayne for Batman, Bruce Wayne, and that's the way I would have it. So we would go from there. Bethany is back with another question. She says, if you could have one villager on your island, and the one that you don't pick You can't ever get again. Which are you picking, Bill or Stitches? This is such a hard question because I love them both, but I'm picking Bill. I love Bill to pieces, and a lot of people will say, like, who's Bill? I don't know who Bill is. I love Bill. He's a little brown duck, wears a blue shirt, number 2. I love that dude so much, just because every single Animal Crossing I ever had, he was in it. In the GameCube, he was the first villager I ever spoke to, and I just love him so much. So that would be it. As sad as it is to lose Stitches forever, I'll take Bill forever. Trucker Sloth, he says, what makes you happiest about the community that you have built here? So I want to say this. I didn't build a community. Sean didn't build a community. The Yumi Capri Discord and everything that's going on, this is you guys. We didn't build this. This is you guys. All I did was put some videos together, did some live streams, did some podcasting, and people just started to show up. And that's all it was. That's all I do. This community is built and run off of you guys. Has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with Sean. We're just here for the ride, and it's just something that, like, I am so blessed to see the amount of people that come to the streams, to see the amount of people that are in the Discord. Like, when Animal Crossing kicked off, there was 40 people in the Discord. There's now over 700 people there. That floors me all the time. And I look at some of the bigger, some of the bigger YouTubers out there that have, like, hundreds of thousands of people in their Discords, and that's awesome. But I feel like what we have created, what we have built, is so special because we've created a culture. It's not a community. It's a culture that we've created. I can't tell you how many times people will come in and need things, and people don't sell them. People don't ask for crazy things like Nook Mile tickets. They just give it away. They just literally go like, here you go. It's yours. That's so rare. So rare. Like, go into any of the bigger Discords, and they're literally fighting with each other because they want this, they want that. It doesn't happen here. We literally just work together so everybody's happy and everybody gets the items they need. That, to me, is the most cherished thing about the whole community. Is the way that you guys all work together, and just, it's amazing. I love it. That's my favorite. Max. My boy Max, he says, Nintendo Guru, as far as content creators go, who has been the most interesting to work and collaborate with, and what is a specific interesting situation you can remember with that individual? I gotta say Sean Capri. And here's why. When I met Sean was doing a podcast, he's doing it now, called We the Gamercast. And Sean, he literally was doing this podcast, and he had a guy on named Josh Brandt, who I was friends with at the time. I'm still friends with Josh. And I listened to the show that Josh was on, and I was floored by how good the show was. And all it was you bring a content creator on, and you talk to them. You hang out with them, you talk to them. And I was like, this is amazing. This is awesome. So I reached out to Sean and said, man, I would love to be on this show. Can you please get me on the show? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And Sean came, I went on Sean's show that week. At the time, I was called the Geek Guru. I wasn't the Nintendo Guru, I was the Geek Guru. And I went on that show and fell in love with Sean Capri at that moment. To the point where 5 years later, 4 years later, whatever it is at this point, we're still friends. We still work together. We still do a podcast every Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning we wake up. He wakes up at 6 a.m. I wake up at 8 a.m. and we record, and then it begins my day of editing on Sundays. And I literally, Carrie will tell you, I will sit at the computer from 6 a.m. till 10, 11 o'clock at night, making videos, editing videos, uploading videos, doing all that stuff. That's what my whole Sunday is consisted of. Just all the videos you saw this week, every video that went up this week that you watched, other than the island tour that went, or my build video, my speed build that went up Thursday, everything was made Sunday. everything was made, edited on Sunday. And it's just, I love it. Like, I love doing it. So the thing with Sean is, the funny thing is, and I think the most amazing thing that people should take away is people look at Sean and I and they go like, oh, these guys just get along all the time. What they don't know is Sean and I have fought numerous times during our time together, to the point where people actually thought that we were done. Like, we weren't going to record together no more. We were done. We were breaking up. We were done. 2 times it's happened. The one time was bad. We literally got off the call. We were cursing each other out. It was bad. We got into an argument, quasi-argument at the end of the podcast. We used to do a podcast called If We Ran Nintendo. And each week we would basically take a topic and just explain how we would handle it if we ran Nintendo. And we wound up like really going at it at the end of the show, get off, turning the thing off, and we are continuing fighting. He tells me to F off, I tell him to F off, and then a couple minutes pass by, and I message him, and I'm like, yo, man, like, hey, we need to like edit that stuff out of the show. And he thought he was so right that he was like, nope, you leave it in. You leave it in because I'm right and you're wrong. I'm okay. And I left it in, and it flipped. And people thought I was right and he was wrong. And they thought he was very harsh on me. And then, but what happened was we get together later on that week and just have a conversation. And it's something that people don't do today. Today, people get in fights and they literally are done. They cut people off forever. And it's the one thing I would say to people is, it's okay to fight. It's okay to argue. Just let cooler heads prevail. Just walk away and let it go. The other time we got into a little bit of a fight was on a Cup of Joe and Nintendo. I really wasn't doing Animal Crossing content, and I was defending Nintendo's stance of no cloud saving, because I viewed it as they're trying to protect the community from hackers and cheaters. And Sean couldn't see my side of it. And we went back and forth, and it got a little tense, you know? And then we turn around, we work it out, we're fine, we're good. But that moment actually launched me making Animal Crossing videos. If you go back and you look at when I start doing a lot of Animal Crossing videos, it was that one where I talk about why I think Nintendo is okay with what they're doing, and they need to... I'm going to change the music real quick. We're going to go to 7 a.m. By the way, all this music that you're hearing in the background, this is from Jonathan Brown, Purple Monkey Entertainment. Please go check out his music on Spotify, on Apple Music, wherever you can find music. The kid is fantastic. Does amazing stuff. JB is awesome. You can't hear any music? Really? Can you guys hear music or no? Oh, really? Oh, let's turn it up a little bit then. Is that better? Can you hear music now? Well, I try to keep it low. But if it's over me, then let me know. If it gets to the point where it's over me, let me know and I'll turn it down a little bit. I just kind of wanted to play in the background. It's in my ears. I can hear it. So yeah, so Sean and I, he's my favorite. He's amazing. Now it's very loud. Oh my God, you guys. How's that? Is that better now? Trung, your name is not green. Your name is not green, Trung. Okay. You know what? I don't care. It's at the point. It's at the point. It is what it is. Okay. We're not worried about it. All right, let's jump into the next question. Next question comes, Bethany says, favorite TV show series that can include a Netflix series of shows that you love watching or have. Man, there's so many shows. Probably one of my all-time favorite shows ever is Smallville. I love Smallville to death. It's one of my favorite shows. I watched all 10 seasons, never skipped a beat of it, loved every bit of it. It was amazing. Seriously amazing. Love Tom Welling. Wish that they would let him come back and play Superman again. I love him to death. I love Breaking Bells too. Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad. I thought Breaking Bad was horrible season 1. So slow, so bad, and then it just picked up. I love Better Call Saul. I love You on I love You, but I love the show You on Netflix. 13 Reasons Why. The first season and the third season, phenomenal. This last season, just trash. Just trash. No problem, Rybo. So yeah, that would be. There's just a lot. There's a lot. 13 Reasons Why season 1 was amazing. Amazing. It was fantastic. There's a lot of good shows that I watch. I love Big Brother. I'm going to watch Big Brother this season when it's on. I love that. I started watching Survivor again a little bit. I like that as well. Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell is probably one of my favorite shows ever. I watched that religiously as a kid. I used to record every episode and take the commercials out and then just go back and watch them all. Just awesomeness. So, it is what it is. There it is. Argo, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? If I could live anywhere in the world. That's tough, man. That is so tough. I mean, I kind of like where I live now. I'm not gonna lie. There's places I've always wanted to go. But if you said to me, you have to live one place, you have to move, you cannot live where you are now, you gotta go someplace, I would love to live in Japan. I love Japanese culture. I find it very interesting. I would love to live there. I definitely want to go visit one day. Yeah. But you know what? Maybe not there. If you said that, I would probably go to Hawaii. Because Hawaii's kind of close to Japan. But they still speak English. So I can understand what they're saying. So yeah. There you go. Okay. So, next up, Big comes back and says, do you put pineapple on pizza? I'm just going to say this. If you put pineapple on pizza, you are a trash human being. And you should really get your head checked out. You really don't know what's good in life. And there's only one thing I put on pizza, and that's pepperoni. That's it. That's it. Pineapple is straight trash. Straight trash. JB, yes, you're trash. You guys, listen. I'm sorry. You asked the question. Don't listen. My dad taught me something when I was a kid. Don't ask the question if you can't handle the answer. I'm sorry. No, you eat your pizza how you want to eat your pizza. It's whatever. Bethany says, give up on YouTube forever or Twitch forever? Oh my God. I would probably say Twitch if I had to give up one. If I had to give up one, I would say Twitch. Trunk said, I'm Hawaiian. If you or anyone in chat ever go get something called Loco Moco, P.S. Pineapple is awesome on pizza. No, it's not. Trunk, I love you, bro, but it is not good. Please stop. No. I would say Twitch just because I like making videos. And at least with YouTube, I could do both. Now, if you said to me, would you rather stream or make videos? That's a tough one. Because I love doing this. I love entertaining, as stupid as it sounds. I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do. Honestly. It's just... There you go. Argo says, pineapple on pizza is like licking asphalt. He knows. Okay, so... Bethany, if you could change one thing about Animal Crossing New Horizons, what would you change? I would just make it so much easier to craft a bunch of things. Or, you know what? I would just do bulk. Just bulk everything. If you want to craft, you can craft in bulk. If you want to buy, you buy in bulk. You go to Able Sisters, you can buy in bulk. Like, not buy 5 shrubs. That's not, I'm sorry, Leaf. 5 shrubs isn't bulk. Let me buy 20, 30, 40, 100, whatever. That's bulk. That's just, I would say, let us do things in bulk. Just horrible. Spoopy says, where do you see yourself this time next year? Do you see yourself working on a bigger projects, or do you still think you'll be focused on Animal Crossing? That's such, you know what I mean? That's something I've been asking myself every day. Like, where do I see this going? And honestly, I mean, I love where we're going here, and I love what we're doing, but I really believe that, Trung, thank you. Man, Trung just became a member. Is that true? No. Trung gave $4.99. Thank you, Trung. I appreciate that so much, dude. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. It just disappeared before I looked at it. But, I really believe that Animal Crossing, I've found my stride. And I found what makes me happy. And that's this game. That's this community. That's everything that's happening right now. So, I would say I would probably still be doing Animal Crossing content a year from now. But I also feel like I'll be doing other content as well. And what I'm looking at doing. Oh man, I became a member. Not sure why it's not showing. I don't know, Trung. I don't know. I apologize. We'll try to see if we can figure that out. I'll look at it on the backside when we're done. My thing is this, you know, I think that I'll be doing Sims content as well, Sims 4. I think we'll be doing Dragon Quest Builders. I think I'll be doing things very similar to Animal Crossing moving forward. I think this is my wheelhouse where I want to do, because here's the thing. This community, unbelievable, man. Like, this community and the people that I've found here, it's just so nice, so welcoming, and I don't want to leave it. So I want to try to stay right here in this wheelhouse and give people what they love. And, you know, wait, what did I miss about The Sims? I will be playing, when I get my Rybo, by the way, can I just say this? Just so you guys know, what I've been doing, literally, the entire time, every time I get paid by Twitch, every time I get paid by YouTube, every time I get paid by the Patreon, I've been pulling that money aside. And we're saving for a computer. We're saving for a new, powerful computer. We now have $1,050 towards the computer already saved. Max, oh my God, dude. Max, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. I love you, my dude. Please, a little bit of hype for these guys, please. So I am saving up to buy a computer. You guys are making it happen. So I thank you so much for that. But we're gonna buy a very powerful computer that I can also game on. So I want to be able to play games on it as well as stream with it. So I am going to play some PC games, and go that route. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So Max says, what is your favorite Nintendo game, and share a memory of it as possible? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is my favorite Nintendo game of all time. My favorite memory is knocking out Mike Tyson, and realizing that nobody knew that I did it, because I did it in my room alone, and I was freaking out because nobody's going to know that I beat Mike Tyson. So I ran down my cousin's house, who lived down the street. I ran down the street as fast as I could, knocked on the door, and my aunt answered the door. My Aunt Jenny, and I was like, where's everybody at? Where they at? And she's like, they're in the bedroom. I'm like, I gotta go talk to them. And I went in the bedroom, and I was like, they're watching a cartoon or something. And I was like, guys, I just beat Mike Tyson. And nobody believed it. And I was like, no, I beat Mike Tyson. And they're like, whatever, dude, whatever, stop the lies. You didn't beat Mike Tyson. I'm like, guy, put it in now, let's go. So I put it in, and the first time I beat him, I beat him by decision. Second time, I'm sitting there, and I beat him by decision. And when I beat him by decision, like, everybody was freaking out. And my uncle walked in, and my family was big on boxing. My family loved to watch boxing, and my uncle walks in the room, and he's like, "Why are you guys so ruckus? What's going on?" And he looks at the TV, and they're like, "Bobby just beat Mike Tyson. Bobby just beat Mike Tyson." And I remember my Uncle Willie saying to me, he looks at the thing, and he goes, "You beat him by decision?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, I beat him by decision." And he's like, "Dude, you don't beat the champ unless you knock him out. You didn't win. You didn't beat him. That's a cheap win." And dude, I went from this to this. I was like, did he just, like, no, this is not okay. I said, turn it on. Turn it on. And they restarted the game, and I was like in a zone. Like every time Tyson threw a punch, I dodged it, I hit him, I beat him. Second round, TKO, knocked him out, and I turned on my Uncle Willie, I go, "Now what?" And he starts laughing, he goes, You beat him. And he walked out the door, and that was it. It was the most amazing thing in the world. Mackenzie says, if Animal Crossing was never a franchise, would a similar style game be your favorite? If so, what would it be? If Animal Crossing wasn't, it would be The Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is probably one of my favorite franchises from Nintendo. I love Breath of the Wild. I love Link to the Past. Link to the Past is my all-time favorite Zelda game in the franchise. So I would say that. It would be that. Spoopy says, what is your favorite part of your Animal Crossing island? Nook or no Nook? That's my favorite part. My entrance right now is probably my favorite part of the island because we've been building it together and you guys have been watching me build it. But I love Nook or no Nook just because I get to hang out with you guys and play with you guys. So much fun. It's the coolest thing that has come into my life is being the host of Nook or no Nook. It's amazing. All right, we're going to change up the music again. We're going to go to 8 a.m. Okay. Kate Crossing is a new member. Thank you, Kate, so much. I love you guys. Bean, what's your first memory of gaming? What was the first game you beat? And the first console you owned? Amazing question, Bean. Okay. My first memory of gaming has to be, other than the little handheld gaming systems that we had, which is just like, it was a game, it wasn't even a game, it was like dots on a screen, it was garbage. Tiger LCD games, stuff like that, they were such trash. But I would say that my first memory of gaming was at my grandparents' bar called Paoli's. My grandparents used to have arcade cabinets in the bar. And I was, I believe Donkey Kong was the first one that I played. EK, thank you for the membership. So amazing. Much love to you. Much love to you. So it was definitely that one. It was definitely Donkey Kong was the first one. What was the first game that you beat? And the first game that I beat, I believe... Oh, the first game that I beat was E.T. No. Was it E.T.? It might have been E.T. or Pitfall 2. You couldn't beat Pitfall 1 because that just kept going. That was a high score thing. But I remember beating Pitfall 2, and I also beat Pitfall 2 with the perfect score. Like, the perfect score. I remember back on the Atari, my mom used to take pictures of game like Pitfall, River Raid, Pitfall 2, and you would send them to Activision, and Activision would send you patches of your achievements. So I don't have them no more, but I had a patch for Pitfall. My mom had the patch for River Raid because she was amazing at River Raid, and I had the patch for Pitfall 2. And then my mom also, speaking of gaming, my mom, she also like flipped the score on Miss Pac-Man. She literally like just turned the scoreboard over where it went back. It might have been the original Pac-Man, I believe, on the Atari 2600. But she was sick one day, and she was home all day, and she played, that was Pac-Man. She was sick all day, and she stayed home all day, and she flipped the board and flipped the score. And then she never played again after that. She gave up. She was like, that's it. It was like mic drop moment, like boom. What up, bitches? Boom. She was out, but whatever. And what was the first console you owned? Atari 2600 was the first console that we owned. My first console that we ever owned was the Atari 2600. The first one I bought with my own money was the N64. My favorite console is the Super Nintendo. I think the Super Nintendo is one of the best consoles ever. And I would put that against the Switch. Like, I think that the Switch will get there one day, but I think the Super Nintendo, for the time, for everything, it was the best. It was the best. Metro Station, Angie, she says, is it different to stream/create content for Animal Crossing than any other games, and in what way? You mentioned in a video or stream that you like the pat on the back from the community. Do you have a special memory or like a comment or something that made a special impact, a positive one? I mean, so here's the thing. It's definitely different to do Animal Crossing content than it is to do other content. Because the other content I just talked about, I just played it and I talked about it. With Animal Crossing, I've actually made how-to videos. I've done so many little things with Animal Crossing that I've never done with any other game. So that's why, for me, Max, thank you for the $1.92. I appreciate that, my dude. That's why I like Animal Crossing is just so different. As far as the pat on the back, I think the best compliment that I got before I started to get a lot of followers was, man, why don't you have more subscribers? We can't believe that you don't have more subscribers. Your content is so good. How don't you have more subscribers? That is an amazing compliment, and it's also a gut-wrenching one at the same time. Because as much as you love the compliment, it makes you second guess and wonder, like, well, why don't I have more? What am I doing wrong? But I just took it as people haven't seen me yet, and that's all it is. And I just keep doing the content that I do, and I look at the content that I do right now, and Pat will tell you this, because when Pat and I, before we went live the first night, after he blew up, he was like, dude, this is unbelievable. What are we gonna do? Are we nervous? And I'm like, no, man, I ain't nervous at all. Dude, we've been practicing for this for 5 years, man. I'm ready for this. This is the moment that we show everybody that we are the best content creators on YouTube. That we've been busting our butt for 5 years. You 3, me 5. We've been killing ourselves. We're gonna show everybody the content that we can produce on a daily basis, weekly basis. Everything. Let's go. And then we went live, and that was it. Nook Talk went off without a hinge, and it was just amazing. So I loved it. Vintomania says, is there a game that that had a sequel that you wish didn't? And what is your favorite video game memory with your family? So a game that has a sequel that I wish didn't. I mean, all the Kirby games. If we could just eliminate the Kirby games, that would be good. Yeah. And my favorite memory with my family. So, my family, other than my cousins and stuff, we didn't play a lot of video games. Okay, here's something that I thought was amazing. My cousin David and I used to play video games all the time. And his dad would always be sure to make sure that they had like the latest and greatest video games. And I remember before I could get the Super Nintendo, or before I could get the Nintendo, I used to call David up on the phone and be like, David, do me a favor. Can you just lay the phone next to the speaker and let me listen to you play Kung Fu on the NES? And I would sit there and listen as he played Kung Fu. It was the original Let's Play, because he was literally playing the game and I was just sitting there listening to him play. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I loved it. It was amazing. Okay. Kirsten says, what has been the favorite part of the community created? Very similar to the earlier question. Again, I don't feel like I created anything. I feel like we created this. That's why I always say we. I never say me. I never say I say we. And we includes me, Sean Capri, and all of you. Like, none of this happens without you guys. Like, literally, it doesn't matter what I do, what I say, how I do it. If you guys don't show up, if you guys aren't part of it, it means nothing. You will never hear me say me, I. That's not what this is about. This is about us. And that's I really truly believe that in my heart of hearts. And it's the way I've always been. It's the way I always will be. Seriously. EK said, her question was, when did you start gaming? Who got you into it? First gaming system. What did you decide? Why did you start streaming? Okay, so let's break this down. Some of these questions I answered already. That's fine. We'll just break through it. When did you start gaming? Man, I was young. I would probably say 7 or 8. And I would probably... I mean, obviously I played arcade games, and I think that was just my parents putting me in front of an arcade game at my grandparents' bar. As far as home consoles, I remember getting the Atari 2600. I remember my Aunt Tony and Uncle Levy got it first, and I remember my mom and dad and us being over there and with my brother, and we were all playing, and I remember my mom saying to my dad, this is a lot of fun, should we go get one? And my dad was like, yeah. My mom was like, okay, you go get one, me and the kids will stay here. And I think my dad and my uncle left and went to Sears and picked one up, and they came home and then took us home, and me and my brother and my mom, we hooked it up and we played all night long. Not all night long, but like for a very long time. Why did you decide to start streaming? I decided to start streaming because I was just like, a lot of people were asking for it. At the time when I first got in to content creating, I was just doing YouTube videos. Streaming wasn't what it was, but it was growing. And I wanted to, I just didn't know how to. And then when the Switch came out, I was like, all right, I just need to start. Maybe it's the Wii U. It was the Wii U. I was like, I just got to start streaming. So I remember streaming, the first time I streamed, JB told me the other night, I was streaming Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Actually, it was just probably Punch-Out on the screen. It was garbage. I didn't know how to act when I talked to people. I didn't know how to talk to people, and it was so weird. And then I remember I was trying to stream Splatoon, and then Rybo showed up in the stream and was like, hey man, can I ask you a couple questions? And then that was it. Like, what we do now, this is all the stream. This is all Rybo. This is me and Rybo. That's like me basically just putting my hand out. You know what this is? You ever see when you do the faith test, or if you see people do the faith test where they just close their eyes and they fall back and their spouse is supposed to catch them? That was me. That was me just falling back and letting Rybo catch me and being like, okay, you got to make these changes. I didn't know this guy at all. And he was like, hey, can I just look at your analytics? And I was like, I don't even know how to pull the analytics up. And he was like, go here, boom, boom, boom. Copy, paste it, send it to me on Skype. And then he would analyze the analytics, and then he would shoot me a message on Skype and be like, okay, change this, and this. And then I did call it, you're my streamer wife, man. You know that. There's a saying in here that says that you're my streamer wife. And then what he did was he would tell me to make these changes, and I'd make the changes. And then the next day he'd be like, it's not, I'm seeing you're dropping frames. And I'm like, I'm not dropping frames. It looks good. He's like, no, you're dropping frames. And I'm like, I look at the little thing. Like, I don't drop any frames today. And that's because of him. Because he literally fixed it until I didn't drop frames. So it was awesome. Deanie says, a little late, but do you think that your videos make a huge impact on... Do you think that your videos make a huge impact on people's lives in some way? If so, what kind do you think? I mean, people tell me they do. I don't really believe it. I just make videos. And I know people have said that, like, during the pandemic, they're very thankful for me because without me, they're not sure what they would do. And that's very humbling to hear somebody say that to you. I just want to make stuff that you guys love. And that's all I want. And if I make content and you guys are happy with it and you like it, then that's all I care about. So that's just, that's just my feeling. That's how I feel. Magnolia Sparkle says Star Wars or Star Trek. This is going to be a very unpopular comment. Star Trek all day. Jeannie K, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ashley. That's very nice. Star Trek. I love Captain Kirk. He's my favorite. When I was a little boy, my mom. Okay, so Star Trek used to come on twice a night. My grandmother used to tell me this story all the time. My mom and my grandmother were in a bowling league. And my grandmother would come over to pick up my mom to go to the bowling league. And my grandmother would come over, and me and my dad would be sitting there, and I'd be sitting in, this is a little TMI, but whatever. I was potty training. So they would put me in, like, you know, a potty training toilet, and I would sit there and eat my dinner on the potty training thing, but I couldn't get up until I finally went potty. But we would watch the first Star Trek episode, me and my dad, and then the second one episode would come on, and it would be the repeat of the first one. And my grandmother said that she would come over to pick me up or pick my mom up, and I would be there repeating the lines word for word because I had just watched the first episode with my dad. And so it's always been a special, like, I love Captain Kirk. I love Mr. Spock. I love Leonard Nimoy. I was so upset when he died. I feel like the original Star Wars trilogy, is fantastic. It did things that were just leaps and bounds above anything else in the world. But I feel like they've kind of diminished the whole overall franchise in the past whatever by adding so much to it. But Star Trek to me has always been just, I love it. I love it to death. So, Argo says, what is the thing you dislike about streaming, making content? I think there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. I love streaming. I love making content. There was a time when I would just be like, it's a little tough to find the energy. But I found, like, with Animal Crossing, I've really truly hit my stride where, like, I don't feel like this is work at all. I just love it. I just love it. Which series? The original OG series. It's the best. I just seriously, like, there was a time when I was married, it was hard. It was hard because I was trying to juggle work, marriage, content. And I juggled it very horribly. I'm the type of person, I'm going to tell you a story that my dad told me one time. Growing up, my family owned a business. My grandfather had a gravel pit. My mom was the secretary and the bookkeeper. My dad was running the jobs. And my dad told me, my dad was like a workaholic. I remember times when my dad wouldn't come home. He would sleep at the office, working on bids, trying to get bids out for the next day, to try to win jobs, to get money. And I remember my dad said to me one time that I think they had made like $700,000 one year or some crazy number like that. And my mom had come in to show him the books, and they were going over it and they were looking at it. And his first reaction was like, man, if I push a little harder, we could probably make $1 million. And there was nothing else to push on. Like, that was the extent of what it was. And I think my dad said he recognized at that moment that he had screwed up, where the marriage was going to start to fall apart. It had already, because he was so driven on the work aspect of it. And there was other things. I mean, he was a bit of a whore. So, but that's regardless. So that's one, you know, but that's whatever. And so the thing is like, I think I take that from him, where the work aspect of, like, I put in, and my mom worked extremely hard too. Like, that's the one thing that I feel like I get from my parents is my work ethic. Like, everything that I do here is driven off of that. Like, I treat this as a second job. Oh my God, Dawn, that's my cousin Dawn. Please throw some hearts in the chat for Dawn. I love you, Dawn. Everything I do, I treat it like a second job. But I feel like that's the work ethic that my parents instilled in me. To be like, if you're going to do it, do it. You don't half-ass it. If you're not going to put 110% out there, don't do it at all. And that was something that, like, you know, they just taught me. You know, just, you got to do everything you got to do. So, you know. Blubber says, what do you do besides making content in terms of work? So I am a office manager / I run the office for a masonry supply yard. So I do dispatch. I dispatch trucks. I estimate for people. Like, if people call me up and they need product, driveway stone, retaining walls, whatever it is, I will estimate what they need. And that's all, you know. I've been doing it for 3 years now. Before that, I was a shipping manager for a large floral company, where we would get flowers in from Colombia to Miami and then ship them up to New Jersey, and then we would send them out throughout the country. So, Argo. All right, we're gonna get into this because this is one that a lot of people ask. How did the sign off Peace Out Preston start? And let's get into it. So there's a lot of moving pieces to this whole thing. Just trying to think where to line it up at. So I'm going to tell a couple pre-stories first. I'm going to take this off because it's in my ears and I can't hear. And I'm going to tell a couple pre-stories first, like a precursor to it, and then we'll get into the whole thing. My aunt, my dad's mom, Kathleen, she has an autistic son. My cousin, his name's John. I call him Johnny Love. And so years ago, I was about in my 20s, I used to draw a comic strip. And I used to draw this comic strip every single day. And my aunt and my cousin used to go read it every single day. It was a web comic. I used to draw it and I used to email it out to hundreds of people every single day. As people would see the comic, they would ask to join the mailing list, and then I would just mail out this comic strip every single day. 7 days a week for 4 years, I did this. And at one time, I took a break because I was just burned out and I didn't know what to do. And my cousin, my aunt kept asking, when are you going to start the comic strip again? And I just was like, I don't know. And she had told me, like, John looks forward to it every day. It's probably the hardest thing you can do to an autistic child is to shut something off on them. To give them something and then take it away. Because it becomes a pattern. They're used to a pattern. So that always stuck with me. And so I started doing YouTube content, originally as the Geek Guru. And then I changed over and became the Nintendo Guru. And Skinny Matt, who you guys will see sometimes in the Discord, has a son named Preston. And Matt one day reached out to me and said, man, I was showing my son your video, and he asked if he could have your autograph. He thought it'd be so cool to have your autograph. And I didn't think anything of it. And I was just like, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I was married at the time. And I grabbed a Mario figure, a gold Mario figure that I had, and I grabbed a couple little trinkets, and I signed it. I signed some stuff, put it in a box, and I mailed it away. And Matt reached back out to me and was like, dude, this is so amazing. this is unbelievable. And I can't believe, that you gave him this Mario and he's so happy. And then Matt had explained to me that, that Preston, is autistic to some degree. To some degree, he's autistic. And I thought, one day I was sitting there, I was like, I want to do something nice for this kid who watches all my videos. I want to have a communication with Preston that nobody knows we're having. That doesn't disrupt shows, that doesn't disrupt videos, doesn't do anything. It's not like I start my video out and I'm like, hey, Preston, how you doing today? Like, that to me would disrupt the flow of the show. But me signing out, going, peace out, Preston, it's a connection to him and to me that, A, I'm thanking him for watching my videos, and B, he's hearing me mention his name and reference his name. And so for me, it was, it was just, it was a connection thing for me. And the way I looked at it was, it'd be something that I would be able to do every single time I did a video. So every time he watches a video, he'll see it. And then every time I don't, whatever, it's my connection to him. So that is where Peace Out Preston came from. That is why it's stuck all along. Now I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna give you a little caveat. So my wife leaves me in the middle of me doing everything. And feel like I'm hitting my stride. And I feel like I'm finally turning a page. And I'm getting to the point where things are really progressing well for my content. But she decided she doesn't want to be with me no more. And I don't know what to do at that point. And I wind up leaving the house, and I move in with my mom. And I struggled with, am I coming back? Am I not coming back? What's happening? I had all this content that I was doing, and I was debating coming back, and I was in the preliminary phases of the whole, EK, wow, I love you so much more for that. I had a sister die when I was in second grade. She was 4 and severely brain damaged, and my heart is legit exploding. EK, I'm sorry to hear that. That's very touching, and I'm sorry that that happened. Much love to you. So I'm torn because I don't know whether to come back or not, and is it worth it because I literally lost my marriage over it? What do I do? But in my head, I want to come back, and but I also am struggling because I'm trying to save my marriage because even though she left me, I'm trying to fix it, and I go to California for E3, which for those who don't know, E3 is a big gaming convention, and Jules Watcham, who was a friend of mine who makes video games, invited me to go. And even when I went out there, I used to do a podcast with Jules. And even when I went out there to E3, I still wasn't 100% sure I was coming back to do all this stuff. And before I had left, I had asked people like, hey, just send me a voice recording message if you can, And I got a couple, and they were kind of goofy. It was people kind of mocking me and stuff. But I was looking to like get people to like talk about the Nintendo Guru, what it meant to them of some sorts. And I got a few that were just like, whatever. And then I got one in from Matt, and I kind of pushed it off to the back burner. I didn't pay any attention to it. And I went to E3, and I came back, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might not do this anymore. I might be done. And I forgot about the message from Matt. And I open up the message, and it's from Preston. and he says, I'm paraphrasing, but he says something along like, "Hey Bobby, I've really missed your videos. I can't wait till you come back." And that was like, game the F on. Like, let's go. Like, this is, I'm in. 110% I'm in. And I was like, we're back. And fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't left since. And that was almost 2 years ago. And, but that kid seriously just means a lot to me personally. I think about him a lot when I do content and all that stuff. Always plays in the back of my head because I think to myself, like, you know, if he's watching it or whatever. And then I'm gonna hold on a second. Give me 1 second. So his mom sewed me a mask. It's a Legend of Zelda. You know, it's a mask for, you know, that stuff. And then Preston, he wrote me a letter. It's hard to see. But it says, "Hey Bobby, how are you? What have you been doing on Animal Crossing? I've been catching fish and visiting mystery islands. What is your island's name? Ours is Chance Bay. Sincerely, Preston." And so I still have it, obviously. But I want to see if I can pull up here's a picture from Extra Life last year with Sean, myself, and Preston. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I still keep it in my phone just because, you know. Oh my. Genie. What the? Wow. 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 That is unbelievable. That is unfreaking believable. Jill, always so much love and respect for you. Thank you so much. Good God, you guys. Thank you for that. Locklith, so glad to be a part of the community. Thank you so much. I want to see if I can pull something up real quick. Holly, thank you so much. Love you, Bobby. You are inspiring to us all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Seriously. You have no idea. Mayberry, thank you. Thank you. I want to see if I can pull something up real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the music for a second. I want to just see if I can find something real fast. I'm just looking for something. Here we go. Deb, oh my God, Deb, thank you so much. This has been a wild week. Spreading the love only increases it. Thank you so much. You guys are just killing me. Oh my God, Dawn, I love you too. Holy crap. This is madness. This is craziness. This is craziness. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I wanna do this. Because we talked about it, I want to show you the first half of a video. We're going to just pop up real quick. I'm going to show you a video real quick. But I'm going to show you the first half of it. It's about a 17-minute video. I don't want to spend 17 minutes on it. So I'm going to show about 9 minutes. But it kind of, that moment with Preston, you'll hear it because I put that point in here. And I want you guys to hear it so you can hear the moment. So 1 second. Let me just pull this up. And then we're going to go YouTube. And then we're going to go to what I did. Let me grab this real quick. Put the headset on so I can hear it. And then history. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to put this here. We're going to span this. This was like 2018, my 2018. Just to give you guys a little history of where we're at. But I'm going to add this to it real quick. Display capture, just so you guys can watch it. And then we will listen. Like I said, I'm going to mute me real quick. And then we're going to play this. So just want to make sure we can hear it. Okay. Okay, here we go. We are going to play this. And here we go.
So we have some unfortunate news. I'm going to give the floor to Bobby real quick.
So this is probably, at least for the time being, our final episode for a while. And so I announced, I guess 2 weeks ago now, I announced that I was kind of taking a break. And I wasn't sure. At the time, it was just like, it was a break. And now it's kind of like, I don't know when I'm coming back. I mean, I'm not sure how much I want to get into, honestly. You know, like, because it's some private stuff that's going on. I kind of just made time to do this. I also did Planet Nintendo a little bit ago. So I've kind of stepped back from what I've been doing lately. That step back is going to be even further. I haven't said it publicly yet. And so my wife and I are separated. 2 months ago now, give or take, she actually left. She wasn't happy with the marriage and the progress of the marriage and the way things were going. And this is the part where I felt like I was blaming somebody other than me. And I take full responsibility for the situation I'm in at the moment. With the fact that she's not here, it's eating me up. And it's making it hard to create content and to come up with stuff because all I want to do is try to fix what's between us. So, I mean, that is what it is. So that's where we're at. So I'm stepping away and, you know, we'll, hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully Patrick will want me back someday.
We already know that people love and care for you because a ton of people have reached out to me, and I'm sure Toby as well, going like, just concerned about Bobby. Have you been talking to him? Do you know what's up?
Like Patrick said it on when we did Planet Nintendo. He's like Bobby. He's like, you could leave for months and you could come back, and he's like, the people would support you like crazy because you just have this amazing community that I've never seen before in my life.
Hey, Bobby.
boy. Here we go. I have an email. What is this?
I have to go around them.
Where are you at?
I'm not gonna make it.
Hit the jump pad.
Where?
In Tilted, I told you.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Fat.
I said, come here, there's a jump pad. I literally said, come here, there's a jump pad.
That's not a fact.
Oh my god. Rybo, hit the replay. What the hell are they doing? Oh, they just did a jump pad. Come up here with me. Okay. So we're not going to show anymore. That's enough, but you get the gist. You get the gist of where we're at there. So I was getting choked up watching that again. It's been a while since I watched that. That was crazy. So the idea was I just wanted to show you guys that was kind of the build-up of what was happening at that moment. So that's where you heard Preston at the one moment, like, hey, Bobby, whatever. So that's where that all comes from. That's where Peace Out Preston comes from. It's a long, it's been a while since it's a long story to get to that point. But I felt like it was very important to explain it properly. So that's why I did it that way. Yo, Travis. What's up, Travis? How you doing, buddy? So that's in a nutshell, that's why we did it the way we did it. What time we got here? We got time. We got time for some more questions. So let's jump in. Hopefully now you guys understand why I say Peace Out Preston at the end of every single video. So there we go. Holy cow, where is... I got messed up here. Hold on. All right, let's see. We got more questions coming in. Q&A. Thoughts on Pat leaving Bill on an island? That was terrible that Pat left Bill on an island, and he should have brought Bill with him. I don't know why he didn't. There we go. Sorry for the loud music for a second. Oh my god, Marina. I hope you know how amazing you are. You deserve the best things. Thanks for making us smile and laugh. Thank you, Marina. That really means the world to me. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I love all you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Sarah said, what advice would you give young gamers who want to start an online presence? My son is 10 and already asking me for a Twitch and YouTube account. Okay. I don't have any problems with kids playing games at an early age or streaming at an early age. 10 is a decent age. Monitor what he's doing. Don't just let him go hog wild. Keep an eye on what games he's playing. Keep an eye on who's in the chats. Make yourself a moderator. Get yourself familiar with what's going on. I would probably start with YouTube first. Pull back on the streaming a little bit because it's going to take a while to get the streaming anyway. You're gonna need to learn a lot of stuff in terms of what equipment to have and all that stuff. Start with YouTube. Let them YouTube. Let them do some unboxing videos and all that stuff, and then let them get comfortable with the camera and all that. I don't see a problem in doing that. Just make sure that you're there. You're part of it. You're monitoring it and whatever. Don't push him. Let him do it. Let him tell you what he wants to do. In terms of treat it like anything. You wouldn't push your kid to play a sport if they don't want to play the sport. You wouldn't push your kid to sing if they don't want to sing. If they're saying they want to do it, support them. Show them the road. Show them what has to happen. But don't push them so hard. Just let them. Just be there to monitor and make sure they're doing things properly. And if you have questions, hit me up. Any questions you have, equipment, whatever, how to do certain things, I'm here. You can always shoot me a message. People will tell you. I answer DMs, and I'll help you figure it out, whatever you need. So, there's that. Nilla Vanelli says, I'm sorry if this question has been asked already. Do you play any other consoles or games besides Nintendo? I have not in a very long time. I want to play Last of Us 2. I used to play PlayStation. I used to play Xbox a little bit. So I love you know, I love doing that stuff. That's, to me, I love Last of Us 1. I want to play Last of Us 2. I might even buy it this weekend and start playing it on the side. I won't stream it. I only stream Nintendo. I only make content for Nintendo. But I do play other games. I have played other games. So there's all that. Let's see. Layla said, what was the first video game you ever played? We got into that. Donkey Kong would probably be the first one. Tiny said, what's the back shelving unit that you've all seen the videos and stuff and all that? So it's all my gaming stuff. Maybe I'll do a video where I go through it one day and kind of show all the stuff that's back there. I have an Animal Crossing right here. It's all Animal Crossing stuff over there. I got all my amiibo, my plushies, all that stuff. On the very top, I can show you that, I think, is amiibo all up there. I got all kinds of stuff. I got amiibo all over the place. I got statues like in up here is like the Legend of Zelda. That's Link with an arrow. The middle shrine up here is all like is all Legend of Zelda stuff. I got a Tanuki Mario statue. Down here I got a Shovel Knight statue. Just a lot of stuff. Nicole NJ, she said, not an Animal Crossing question, but if you could have dinner with any famous dead person, who would it be? Mr. Iwata. Mr. Iwata, the Nintendo president. The former Nintendo president now. I would wholeheartedly love to have dinner with him and ask him questions and all that stuff, and just, that'd be who it would. Jill said, if you could bring 3 old set furniture sets items into New Horizons, what would it be? I would say I'd bring in the Gracie Grace one, the Gracie Grace furniture series. There was another one that was kind of like old antique-y looking Gracie Grace. I forget the name of it. I love that one too. And I would also bring like the Astro series, which was like a futuristic white and orange set. Love those sets. I'd bring all 3 of those in a minute. Pat, Nintendo Talk, said, what is your most valuable, rarest thing in your collection? So here's the thing. I have some amiibo that are just unbelievable. And like I got Box Boy that's still in the box. That's like a $500 amiibo now. I've got Mother 1 and 2 complete in box, which is a game called Earthbound in the United States. I have Super Mario Brothers 2 complete in box. That is amazing. But my most valuable stuff is my Batman statues. And you guys don't ever see the Batman statues. I have all kinds of Batman statues. But in my living room, I have the Joker and Harley Quinn. They're about 3 foot tall. And one's on one side of TV, one's on the other side of TV. They are called premium formats. And yeah, and I still have the Joker bust. The Joker bust is in the other room over there. Some awesome stuff. Dame Deb. By the way, Dame Deb, you had a rough week. I love you. I hope everything's good with you. Hope your family's doing good. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Deb, please? We love you, Deb. We love you to death. By the way, I am buying the Lego Nintendo stuff. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Dave Dad said, if you couldn't do YouTube or Twitch or be a video game streamer, would you do something else? What would it be? Are you passionate? I, for a long time, wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to do cartoons and comic strips, and I would wholeheartedly go back to that. There's been times where I've talked about it. I've had long conversations with Carrie about, should I give up YouTube and start drawing again and doing comic strips again, because I love it. I almost bought an iPad again to start doing it. Like the new iPad Pros, I almost did it. But I decided against it because I love doing what I'm doing now. So Let me see. Oh, Kato said, Console Kato. She said, who is your favorite Yankees player? Man. So there's, gotta love the captain, Derek Jeter. Mickey Mantle was amazing. I have a signed baseball of Mickey Mantle. So I would say, playing right now, Judge. I love Aaron Judge. I think he's amazing. But Brett Gardner is my favorite Yankee current player right now. I love guys that are gritty and dirty and just do whatever it takes to win. Growing up, I was a huge Pete Rose fan, and I love Pete Rose to death. I will always love Pete Rose. So for me, if you play as hard as Pete Rose played and you're gritty, I love you. And that's why I love Brett Gardner right now. He's awesome. Tay said, if you could create the next Animal Crossing game, what would your theme storyline be? New elements, new characters. Okay, I've thought about this. This is going to be a little morbid. Follow me. Typhoon comes in. A tsunami. A tsunami comes in and wipes out the island. Forcing... Nobody dies, okay? But it forces everybody to go back to a town. Tom Nook takes you along and says, we need to start from scratch and build up this town. And you go into a wooded area, heavily wooded area, with just an axe and a shovel, and you start to create a new town for everybody. And then as you create the new town and you open it up, more and more villagers come in. In the process, I would allow people to, I would wholeheartedly allow people to create one world, kind of like the realms in Minecraft, where anybody could come in and anybody could be a part of your island if you did that. So I would make the game server based, so we could create realms and worlds. So this way, no matter what time of day it is, somebody could go into your town and work on it. Now you don't have to let people come in, obviously, but it would be awesome if we did something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So that's what I would do. I thought about it before. I would love to do something like that. Mackenzie said, if you were not gaming content creator, what other genre of YouTube would you have chosen? Comic books? Like geeky, like Batman stuff, like movie stuff I would do. That's how I first started. When I first started, that's what I was doing. I had the name Geek Guru, and it was just that my love for Nintendo came out, and I just leaned from Geek Guru over to, my moniker was, my catchphrase was, what is up, everybody? Bobby here. Hold on. See, it's been a while. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Geek Guru. Geek, definitely Guru. I don't know. Let's go. And that would be kind of what I would do. So, no problem, Rena. No problem. We got 2 more questions left anyway. We got 2 more questions left. Three. 2. We got two. My bad. We got 2. Lockleth said, what is the biggest thing you have learned from being a content creator and streamer? The biggest thing that I learned, shut your mouth, produce content. And what I mean by that is there's so many people that feel like because all of a sudden they have a little bit of an audience, that people actually want them to jump up on a soapbox and talk. No, they don't. They want you to produce content so they can escape reality and just enjoy life. And enjoy a step away from the nonsense that's going on in the real world. There's so much bad happening right now today that the object of, I think, why people come to watch my videos and to come to my streams is to escape all that. They want to get away from it. They don't want to hear about it. So just because I have a platform doesn't mean that I have the right to talk about it. I never graduated anything I never graduated political science, never got a law degree, never economist, none of that. I don't have the right to tell you how to live your life. And you don't want me to tell you how to live your life. I don't have the right to tell you who to vote for. I don't have the right to tell you who's evil, who's not. It's none of your business what I do with my life. None of my business what you do with your life. My job as a content creator is to show up, turn the camera on, record a video, edit it, produce it, put it up, and you enjoy it. That's what it is. To get you away from the nonsense that's happening in the real world. And I think that's the biggest thing that I learned. It's just to come in, be genuine, be honest, and just do the best you can do. The last question that we have comes from a text. Rybo. He says, I have 2 questions for the show. Take your pick. Why aren't I your favorite? And he put a U in there for favorite. And why is the music so low? So, why aren't you my favorite? I've never said that you weren't my favorite. I don't know why that you would even think something like that. But okay. Probably because you use the letter U in a lot of things. That's probably why you're not my favorite, if that's the way it's going to be. And then the music being so low, I don't know why, man. I don't know. The music's fine. I didn't want it to be overpower. Like, come on. Always tearing apart my streams, man. Always being critical of my streams. It's horrible. What is that? Oh my god. Okay. So, there it is. That is all. That is all for tonight. We are going to shut it down. Let's take one look at one thing because we're about to wrap on a let's see. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We did a poll. So it looks like we got 92 votes on the poll. Looks like Sunday we're going to be playing a little Mario Kart 8. So let's get ready. And this is what we're going to do. This time for Mario Kart 8, we're going to put the code to the tournament in Discord. We do not share that code, and we do not tell people that the code is in Discord. It is only people in the community's ability to play. I'm going to let people play for 1,000,000 bells. The winner of the tournament wins 1,000,000 bells. And that's just the way we're going to do it. So it'll be a fun stream. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll play for, we'll stream for 2 hours. We'll start at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's what we'll do. So when we start the stream up, I will post the tournament like the day before or whatever, a couple hours before or whatever, in the Discord for you guys all to see. You guys have it. Let's not share it on the internet. Let's not let people, if people come into the stream and they're not part of the community, like we don't know who they are, we appreciate you coming to the stream, but the tournament's locked in and that's what we're doing. And we don't get ringers coming in and kind of sweeping in. And this way somebody from the community wins 1,000,000 bells. So that's where we're at. Thank you guys, everybody who, man, donated. Genie, you're still sitting there, Genie, with 100 popping right there. Like, that's unbelievable. Thank you guys all for the donos. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the love. You guys were seriously coming in hardcore with some love tonight. Means the world to me. Yeah, console. I edited some photos tonight, and they look fantastic. We're gonna start using Instagram more, fam. We are going to start using Instagram more. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see this picture. It's really, they're coming together really, really nice. They're coming together really, really nice. We got some editing skills now. So, it's awesome. So, for now, how did I meet Pat? We got time for that question? You guys want me to stick around for that question? You want to hear that question? Okay. I met Pat. I used to do a show called Nintendo Talk Live. And each week, I used to bring on a guest for an hour. And we would start the show with 3 questions. What was your first Nintendo console? What was the first Nintendo console you bought with your own money? what is your favorite Nintendo console? And then from there, we just go crazy for an hour and talk Nintendo. Pat happened to be in the audience one day, and he kept like asking these questions during the shit thing. But the guest no-showed on me, so I was just kind of having a chat with the chat while we were waiting for the guest to show up. The guest never showed up, and I kept seeing this name, Nintendo Talk, and the name of the show was Nintendo Talk. So I was like, "Hey Pat," or I said, "Hey Nintendo Talk, got a question for you. You got a YouTube channel?" And I clicked, and I did see that it had a YouTube channel. And I said, "You want to come on the show tomorrow night? You want to be my guest tomorrow night? Since we kind of ripped people off today, and we didn't really do anything. You want to be my guest tomorrow night?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I brought him on the show. We did the show together, and it was history after that. A couple weeks, about a month or two later, he reached out to me, said he wanted to start a podcast, asked me if I would be a part of it. I was like, "You know what, man?" At the time, I had too much going on. I'm like, "You know what, man? I'll tell you what, kid. You take a week. You figure out what the show's going to be about, all that stuff. Next week, we'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll see where we're at." Week later, we sit down, we have a conversation. He's got the name of the show lined up. He's got all this stuff lined up, topics, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. I said, "You know what, man? Hold on for a second. I know somebody else that can do this." I call my friend Joe after work, and I'm like, "Come here." He come into the Skype call, and I'm like, "Hey, we would like to do a show, a 3-man show. What do you think, Joe?" And Joe was like, "I'm in." And Pat was like, "I'm in." And we started to play a Nintendo podcast. And that's how I met Pat. So that's basically where we met, and we've been friends ever since. Do you ever meet up in real life? Yes. Once this pandemic is done, once this is over, we are going to do a meetup at Nintendo New York. That's my goal. My goal is to get Pat to come down from Rhode Island. I'm going to go up to New York. And we got some people in New York that we know, that we're friends with. Joe after work, he'll come out. I want to get as many people to be a part of it as we can. So we're going to do a big thing and do like a meet and greet at Nintendo New York and have a good time. Yeah, that's what they're saying, New York left. God willing, I pray that there is. It would be awesome if it was. So we'll see. Okay. So now that is all. And we're going to shut it down. We will be back. Before we go, we're going to wrap it up. Tomorrow night, Tovlo and Pat in Pat's Island. He's doing the stream. We got to go watch this concert. We got to support the stream. Please, guys, let's start retweeting the Billboard article, all the different stuff. Let's show him. And it would be awesome, if we could do that. It's not now. It's tomorrow night. So we're going to do that. And then Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think the stream, it's at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the Tovlo concert. It's the first time ever in Animal Crossing they're having a live concert on Pat's Island. That is madness. So, we are going to do Mario Kart Sunday morning, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is all. I love you all. Peace out, Preston.